Hello and welcome back to another video, and this is the Tinsel and Tales book tag. The first question is, all I want for Christmas. What book do you really want to find under the tree? And I will find an image of Saga volume 12 to put here. And I have read the series from the very start. The volume 12 is out, it's just a matter of getting the chance to buy it and read it. I have absolutely loved that series from the beginning, and I fully intend to finish it, and I highly recommend it. The second question is hot cocoa comfort. What book do you love to curl up with in the winter? And for me, I put Murder She Wrote by, it says Jessica Fletcher and Terry Foley Moran, but I'm not, obviously Jessica Fletcher isn't real. But I loved the TV show. I watched it with my nana growing up, and I read this and it was just the coziest thing ever. So I would pick that because it's just the vibe of the question, and I think it meets that vibe perfectly. The next question is the naughty or nice list. Name a character who deserves a gift and one who deserves coal. And the first person that I'm going to pick is from The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, and the character is Max. And I know Max is Jewish and he doesn't celebrate Christmas, but I've always loved Max as a character in here, and I think he goes through quite a bit in this book, which is shown really well in the movie, and I think he deserves a lot of good things happen to him, and I just love this character a bit. And a character that deserves coal, and let's see what her name is. I've forgotten her name already. And the character is called Sam from the book Idol by Louise O'Neill, and Sam is an absolute bitch. She is somebody who's managed to get away with many things throughout her teenage years and beyond, and ends up a social media personality who makes a lot of money, and she is absolutely huge and idolized by so many people. And it turns out she is an absolute horror and doesn't deserve most of the nice things that have happened to her since becoming an idol, I guess. The next question is, under the tree, a book with a beautiful cover you'd love to show off. And I would show this off, but I don't own this copy anymore. I gave it away, even though I enjoyed the book and I love the movies despite their issues. I don't have it anymore, and that is Bridget Jones' Diary. I had one of the anniversary editions with the cloth bound cover that was absolutely beautiful, and I will insert an image of it, but I just don't have a copy at hand. The next question is Silent Night. Pick a book that made you feel calm, peaceful and emotionally warm. And I couldn't pick between two books. Both of these are audiobooks, and they are both read by the author. And the first one is Unwind Your Mind, which is written by an author on YouTube who goes by Whispers Red, and it is the calmest thing you'll ever listen to in the world. And also Green Nights by Matthew McConaughey. He is a celebrity that thoughts doesn't really make any difference to me in general. I just like the sound of his voice and find it very calming. The next question is Let It Snow. Pick a book that features or is set on snow, and for that I picked Leela and the Blue Fox. Again, I used to have a copy of this. I don't have it anymore. I gave it away, I think, to my sister, but I will insert a copy of the one that I had. The next one is Jingle Bell Rock. Pick a book that is so much fun to read, and I picked The Accidental Medium, and I gave this copy away despite it being something that I enjoyed. But this one is, I think, the third one in the series, but the cover is similar to this one, and on the back it has it as well. But anyways, this series I have loved. The author is local to the northeast. The main character is local to the northeast. They are very easy to get through, and it is about a woman who accidentally stumbles upon her mediumship and is trying to navigate that, and comes across some issues and crimes that she helps to solve, and all while navigating her newfound mediumship. The next one is Milk and Cookies, an author I keep coming back to, and more recently this is an author over the past year or two, and that is Phil Earle. And the first book that I read of his was When the Sky Falls, and this book nearly made me cry. And I believe I've read 3 books in the past 2 years of him. So I've got When the Sky Falls, a proof copy of Until the Road Ends, and I believe I've got a children's copy of Two Places to Call Home, which is for much younger readers, for 4-year-olds, with the picture books and things. But anyways, I keep coming back to this, and I believe there is a new copy of this when the Skyfall comes out, but it's narrated. It's mostly narrations, which I have requested for work, so I look forward to, if I do get that, to reading that. The next one is The Grinch, a book, a trope, or a genre that you didn't think you'd like but did. And I picked a book for this, and for the life of me I can't find it anywhere in my stacks of books, and it should be in there somewhere, because am I hell getting rid of that book? And that is The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. It's one of those classics that I have been scared of for the past several years. I was tempted to pick it up, and I just never did, because it's fantasy, and I'm not very good at fantasy. But I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the Lord of the Rings books overall. I did need the audiobook for the third one, because my brain doesn't deal with, it can't imagine battles very well when I'm reading them, but if it's read to me or if it's on a screen, it's a much easier for me to visualize that. So that's for that one. And then the last one is Stocking Stuffer, a short book or novella that packs a punch. And again, I don't have a copy of this anymore, because I am exceedingly good at not keeping books, mostly because I don't have space. And that is Small Things Like These, and I will stick a cover of that somewhere. And honestly, this one is a very good kind of social commentary of not just, mostly Ireland at the time, but just the UK and Ireland in general at that time, in regards to certain aspects of children, and children who weren't necessarily wanted, or at least in a system that didn't want them. And I hope you've liked this video today, because that's all of the questions and answers that I had. So if you do want to do this, feel free. I don't have anyone to tag in this, but if you do, please do it. Tag me away if you really want, and I will see you very, very soon in another video.